I'm not even kidding. The worst high school football game ever played was played last night in Mississippi. And I'm not exaggerating. This was probably the worst. So let's recap this game. So you got Moss Point, who hadn't scored in 2 of their first 5 games. They're struggling on offense. They're taking on Forest County AHS, who isn't that bad. They're 3-2, but they had lost their last 2. So in the first half of this game, there were no points scored, which is going to be a theme throughout this video. There were 8 turnovers, yes, in just the first half. 6 from the Forest County AHS side, and they were in the red zone 4 times, yet did not score. So while you don't see it that much in high school or college or the NFL, both of these teams didn't score, but you do see it sometimes. The second half, not much better. Neither team scored again, so you know what? We need more football of no team scoring. The first overtime goes by, no points. The second overtime goes by, no points. The third overtime goes by, no points. Sadly, there was no film of this game, which is probably good because they would have had to burn it anyways. But there were some stats that were thrown by me about what had happened. So, Moss Point, about 12 sacks taken. Forest County AHS had 2 kicks blocked. And in the fourth overtime, with the score 0-0 still, both teams on their possession through interceptions. So we enter the 5th overtime, and there are still no points on the board. There's about 12 to 15 turnovers. We aren't even sure. And then we had multiple kicks blocked. But by the hand of God, this game would end. Sean Walker of Forest County AHS, a sophomore, would run in for the first points of the game after about 3.5 hours of football where there were no points being scored. People were joking that they had more bathroom breaks than they did points scored in this game. It's arguably one of the ugliest football games ever in the country, but definitely Mississippi.